World War I was one of the most costly and widespread conflicts in the history of mankind. It took place from 1913 to 1917, but the seeds of this conflict germinated well before the first shots were fired. In this video, we will discuss the causes of World War I. While there are many causes for World War I, these causes can be grouped into four categories: militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism. You can remember these using the acronym MAIN. Militarism is the military buildup within a country to defend colonies and acquire territories. Many times, the military takes on a major cultural significance, and pressure can mount to exercise military might. Militarism creates a pride in the military that starts at a very young age. So many of the young men, as those in the French army pictured here, were more than willing to seek their honor on the battlefield and faced many horrible things in the process. The nations of Europe entered many entangling alliances for various reasons. These alliances obligated nations to support each other in military conflicts. These alliances, while seemingly positive, would play a pivotal role in drawing the nations of Europe into World War I. Throughout the 19th century, European nations adopted imperialist policies that valued the establishment and defense of colonies for trade and resources. Imperialism was in fact an older trade philosophy that would eventually fade away in favor of a more global community of trade partnerships. Nationalism is an extreme patriotism that stresses the superiority of a nation over that of others. Nationalism can be a root cause of militarism and imperialism. Nationalism would eventually become the seedbed from which Nazism would spring during World War II. All four of these movements created tension, like a coiled spring waiting to be released. All that was needed was an inciting event to release this energy. That event occurred on June 28, 1914 in Sarajevo, then part of Austria-Hungary, when a revolutionary named Gavrilo Princip assassinated the Archduke of Austria, Franz Ferdinand. You can see the Archduke pictured here in his full military uniform. After the assassination, the militaristic zeal, coupled with the imperialistic desire to hold power, along with the sense of superiority brought on by nationalism and the entangling alliances, in a few short months drew the major nations of Europe into a war. As you can see, the movements of militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism set during the 19th century led to the most costly and widespread war the world has yet seen. It set the stage for World War II and the Cold War beyond. We should recognize and remember these movements so that we can recognize them in future events and prevent more conflict from taking place. I'm Bill Kammer. Thanks for listening.